Hey guys, in today's video, I want to talk about something I hear from patients all the time, and that's, I don't want to do strength training, I don't want to do squats because it's bad for my joints, or it's bad for my knees or my back. I hear this all the time, and it tends to be healthcare providers that are perpetuating these negative stereotypes of strength training. Okay, so we're going to put an end to that today. First off, I want to start by saying these joints that are giving us pain, that we're seeking out care for, respond to things we do to them, okay? So it's very common to hear patients say, yeah, when I sit a long time, my back kind of hurts. When I sit a long time, my knees get really stiff. All right, when I stand a lot at work, maybe my feet hurt a little bit, things like that. So our joints respond to the stresses we put on them, okay? And they don't respond to the stresses we don't put on them, if that makes sense. All right, so if I were to lay, horizontal on a bed all day, my joints would, over time, kind of just, not disintegrate, but they would lose capacity, okay? So maybe I might lose bone density, I might lose strength, I might lose tendon capacity, things of that nature. I would definitely lose my muscle mass and my, kind of athleticism, power, aerobic capacity, all that stuff, all right? So we can head in two directions throughout our life, all right? And there's always gonna be kind of speed bumps along the way. It's gonna be kind of a choppy ride here, but we can either add resiliency, tissue tolerance, strength, power, aerobic capacity to our joints and our body, okay? And slowly improve in function. Now again, Father Time is undefeated. So we're not gonna be able to progress linearly forever. We're gonna get injured, we're gonna have things happen to us over time, and we're gonna kind of plateau off, okay? And that's gonna happen, that's life, okay? Our other option is to not strength train and just, basically go through life hoping I don't get injured. What happens in those situations is our joints respond to the loads we do or do not put on them. So when we don't put stress into our joints via strength training, via running, whatever it is, our joints lose capacity to handle loads. All right. So then when we are required to bend down and pick up our kids, or lift a heavy box when you're moving or stuff like that, if those joints are not prepared for that load, you have injury, or you have injury potential. Okay. Not every time you do something, past your threshold, you get hurt. And that's pretty cool with the body. It's very resilient. The only way we can improve that resiliency over time is to load the joint at its threshold or slightly past it, over time intelligently, okay? So if my threshold's right here for my knee, this is as strong as I can be on the knee, I need to spend some time under here loading, so that my resiliency and my threshold can go up, all right? When I jump into a running or a squatting program and I blast through that threshold, I'm gonna have some pain. My knee's gonna be kind of pissed off, okay? And like I said, the only way to avoid this is to do one of two things. We can avoid all life stressors completely and shut our life down. Don't pick up any boxes, don't pick up any kids, have zero fun, play zero sports. Boo, sounds terrible. Or we can prepare our body for the loads it's gonna face, okay? So in doing that, all that means is that we need to strength train, all right? We need to load our body in positions that are safe to load, all right? And we know that, not every lift is gonna be perfect. Not every lunge we do is gonna have perfect biomechanics. And we know that. So we're gonna build some capacity, we're gonna build some resiliency in those joints so that when it comes to everyday life, when we're walking upstairs the next time, we have a little bit of that leeway. So if someone pushes us over, we're gonna be okay, all right? We're not just gonna, our ACL is not gonna pop in half, hopefully, okay? So again, when it comes to strength training, it's all about loading your joints in a way that prepare your body for future loading episodes and to stay below that painful threshold. If we do nothing, that painful threshold gets lower and lower, and you step off a curb the wrong way, boom, I have pain in my back or my hip or whatever the case may be. If I'm strength training, it doesn't mean I'm never gonna get hurt. It just means my body's a little bit more prepared for the everyday activities where it's gonna be, absorbing and producing force and load, okay? So when I hear doctors say, strength training is bad for your joints, there are so many other things out there that need to be focused on before we start saying those things to patients, and we're really putting bad thoughts into their head. I think a lot of people, everyone should be strength training to some degree. Doesn't mean everyone needs to be an Olympic weightlifter, does not mean everyone needs to max out every week, but take your joints through a full range of motion under some load so that the everyday life that you experience doesn't beat you up and doesn't hurt you consistently, okay? So if you guys have more questions about this or you want to talk some more, leave us a comment. We'll get back to you as soon as we can, and then we will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.